Imagine a place where time stands still, where echoes of screams linger in empty corridors, and where every stone tells a story of despair. Abandoned prisons, once feared, now forgotten, hold secrets that even the bravest souls wouldn't dare to uncover. These buildings are more than crumbling walls and rusted bars. They are monuments to human suffering, to injustice, and to the dark history that society tried to hide. Prisons were never just about locking people away. They were designed to break spirits, to punish, and to enforce control. Centuries ago, dungeons in Europe echoed with the cries of political prisoners. In America, infamous penitentiaries like Alcatraz became symbols of isolation, where men were stripped of freedom and dignity. When these prisons are abandoned, they don't simply fade into history, they become time capsules of pain. The walls, once witnesses to suffering, now crack and crumble, yet seem to hold the memory of anguish. Every abandoned cell carries a story. In places like Eastern State Penitentiary in Pennsylvania, isolation was used as a form of punishment, so extreme that many prisoners went insane. Today, visitors report hearing whispers in the cold, empty halls, footsteps where no one walks, and shadows that move against the natural light. Across the world, in the Philippines, old sections of Bilibid prison tell similar tales of lives forgotten and struggles endured. These prisons also hide darker histories, torture chambers and hidden passageways where prisoners were subjected to physical and psychological torment. Escape attempts, some successful but most deadly, left marks still visible decades later in collapsed tunnels or broken walls. The intense fear, anger, and despair of those confined seem to linger in these abandoned spaces. It's no wonder they are hotspots for paranormal activity. Visitors and urban explorers report hearing voices, doors slamming, and footsteps echoing through empty cells. Cold spots appear where no draft exists. Some believe these are residual hauntings, echoes of extreme emotions left behind. Others think the spirits still wander, trapped between worlds. Abandoned prisons also tell the story of society's mistakes. Many were left to decay after modernization and reforms made them obsolete. While empty, they are dangerous. Floors weaken, walls collapse, and unseen hazards lurk. Yet, people are drawn to them, captivated by their dark history. Photographers, explorers, and thrill-seekers drawn to these abandoned fortresses that remind us of human cruelty and the need for compassion. They are warnings that history never truly disappears. Even as buildings crumble, the stories of suffering and survival remain alive, etched into the very walls. Walking past a forgotten prison, one should not see mere ruins, but listen closely for whispers of the past, echoes of despair, and the chilling truth of human suffering. Abandoned prisons are silent witnesses to the darkest chapters of history, holding secrets that continue to haunt us long after their gates have been locked for the last time. Crossing the Atlantic, we find Devil's Island, a place where the jungle itself was a guard and the ocean a relentless warden. For over a century, thousands were sent here, to a tropical hell where disease and starvation were the only companions. Today, the thick roots of the jungle have strangled the iron bars, as if trying to pull the memories of this place back into the earth. Halfway across the world, Robben Island stands as a stark reminder of human resilience and the weight of political oppression. It was a fortress of isolation, designed to silence voices that demanded freedom, but the spirit of the prisoners could not be caged. The wind still howls across the limestone quarries, carrying the echoes of hammers and the silent prayers of those who labored in the sun. In the stillness, you can feel the pressure of the air. These are liminal spaces, thresholds between the living and the dead. Psychologists call it the third room, the mental space where isolation turns into a haunting presence. When you stare long enough into the dark begins to show you things you'd rather forget. Scratched into the walls, we find names, dates, a desperate cry for existence. Remember me. These are the last remains of an identity stripped away. These inscriptions are more than graffiti. They are the last remains of an identity stripped away by the system. Every mark is a story. Then there is the final walk. Every prison has its quietest corridor, leading to a room where the light eventually goes out. The heavy silence in these rooms is suffocating. It is a space where hope finally surrenders to the inevitable. We look back at these ruins not to celebrate them, but to understand the darkness we are capable of. History is a mirror. Nature eventually wins. Roots break concrete, and rain washes away the blood, but the history remains etched in the foundation. Every shadow in these halls has a shape. Every creak of a floorboard is a voice that was once silenced, waiting for someone to listen. As we walk away from these shadows, we carry the weight of their stories. We are the keepers of their memory and the guardians of their truth. For in the silence of an abandoned prison, the loudest thing you will ever hear is the truth, long after the gates have closed.